Welcome back to the channel, Warhammer Man back in the studio, and today we're taking a look at the new Warhammer Underworlds. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like and subscribe if you're into this type of content. Dive right in with the war for Gnarlwood's Warrens in the new Warhammer Underworld. So there's a little preview video, but we're going to take a look at the full thing. There's a new season of Warhammer Underworlds inbound, and it looks, well, gnarly. Your fast-paced bouts of competitive arena combat are headed to Gur in the forthcoming Warhammer Underworlds, Gnarlwood set where warbands clash in colossal root caverns beneath a man-eating jungle. These halls of twisted fauna and carnivorous plants are backdrop for a struggle between howling berserkers and long-dead royalty, with 100 ways to die standing between you and untold riches. So very cool description. So the Gnarlwood is the new Age of Sigmar setting. So now here it is as well in Warhammer Underworlds. I think that's pretty cool. And then this is taking place, I think they said like below it. So pretty cool overall. So it's called Gnarlwood. Really nice looking art right here. Very, very cool. This is the most accessible Warhammer Underworlds core set ever released, containing 2 awesome warbands and 4 rivals decks designed to be opened, shuffled, and played out of the box. So here we can see everything on the set right here. Not the best picture just because the board is so bright. It's hard to kind of tell what's going on. But there are a couple dice right here. It looks like 9 miniatures. A few dice right here as well. So, and then there's some more here. So it looks like 9 miniatures. And then you have a couple extra dice to add to this set. A bunch of counters. 4 total decks. Everything you need to start playing. If you've ever been enticed by the fast-paced arena combat of Warhammer Underworlds, this massive box, which opens the new season, is the place to start. Everything you need to get playing is right here in the box, including the fighters you'll be commanding, as well as boards, rules, dice, cards, and counters. And if you're not familiar with Warhammer Underworlds, basically the cool thing about it and the appeal of it is a small amount of miniatures. You also use decks that you can customize as well, so it sort of has like the CCG aspect with the miniature game aspect as well. There's no actual measuring because everything is marked out on the board, similar to like D&D. You just move a certain number of spaces, but then you combine your cards and then the random luck element with rolling dice, all to basically create like a cool battle. So pretty cool overall. It's supposed to be pretty well balanced and super fun. It's also a good entry point as you can get in for somewhere around like 60 to 100 bucks. And that's everything that like 2 to 4 players need. So pretty cool overall. So let's take a look at the miniatures here. I'm sure there's some kind of description, but we'll just kind of take a look right now. This looks like a caster right here. They have a sort of bone kind of barbarian theme going to them. These are pretty neat. I like that they've also been kind of going along with the warbands, or at least similar themed at times, between Warcry and also, so you've seen a lot of very, very similar models that are supposed to represent the same person in game terms, but like alternate sculpts in the 2 games, which is really cool. So I really like this right here. This is the caster for the Dark Oath Savages. They may be called something different in this, but very cool. I like it. Definitely has sort of like a bone kind of like druid look. Very cool. The one in the set is a little more like warlocky. In Warcry, it's like sort of like a hag lady kind of caster. I think I like that one better. This is super cool right here. This dude's got just a double massive hammer, 2-handed, with like a big jaw from something as his kind of neck guard. Big skull in front. Kind of has a little bit of a Space Wolf vibe to it for my 40k fans out there. But nice looking model right here. This dude looks like a complete savage. Alright, and then this one has this sort of interesting mask. I'm not really sure what that is. Definitely a little something different. It's hard to tell the size of these models. This one looks small in stature, but has a spear and a knife. The antlers are pretty neat too. So I like that they're kind of embracing a little more of like, I consider that to be like druidic, kind of. And then here's our final model, the 4th model. 2 axes. Again, tough to tell size from this. There's a little skull on the base, but you know, the That's really weird because the skull on the base would make me think this model would be big, but for some reason the model looks small to me. So maybe we can get a look back at the initial picture and kind of see. Let's look real quick here. So, oh man, it's tough to tell. Yeah, hard to tell, honestly. Like they all look around the same size. So the Gnarl Spirit Pack are a band of dark oath pariahs, consumed by animalistic spirits that bellow their rage into the warriors' minds. Led by the hunt shaman Sarakar Blackwing, they reave and ravage the Gnarlwood at the inscrutable urging of their bestial patrons. Each is a powerful warrior who can let their bestial nature take over for even greater strength, before calming back down to inspire on the spot. Interesting. I'm going to read this one first and then we'll look at the models. The sons of Valmorn called the region home long before the Gnarlwood consumed it. Keeping the jungle at bay with fire and steel, the Age of Chaos spelled doom for their dynasty. But thanks to the necromantic tyrant's crown, the fight to protect their long-fallen realm continues. King Valmorn is the linchpin supporting his Graveguard sons, whose sibling rivalry drives them to one-up each other on the crash over enemy warbands as a cohesive whole. Interesting. So it looks like it is like the king and his sons, sort of. So this is a neat little base feature right here. These definitely have the aesthetic of like the cursed city skeletons. This one's a little more like robed and everything. Really nice though. I really like this. I love the look of the cursed city skeletons and like that aesthetic. The ones that came afterwards. So these look great to me. Very, very cool. I like the fancy helmet right here. Another couple cool ones right here. This one like with like a two-handed pole arm, one with the axe and shield. Again, cool looking helmet. And then a fifth one here with the big old sword and shield. Pretty cool overall. I can't quite tell what's going on with the face right there. Not sure exactly what. I mean, I can see like a kind of skeleton face peeking through, but I don't know. Is there no eye holes in his mask? I'm not sure. They look good overall though. Very good detail. Very crisp. I like the cool bases. They all look like they're straight out of a dungeon. This is particularly cool. The little stairs. Yeah, nice looking models right here. I like them. And then here is the Gnarlwood rulebook. So that should be everything. I'm sure we'll get the breakdown here. Okay, it looks like it goes on a little bit. So the new core rulebook has been especially designed to help new players dive right in, presenting separate sections of advanced rules for experienced players. Everything you need to play Warhammer Underworlds at any skill level is right here, including games with up to 4 players. Okay, so perfect. The quick and convenient Rivals decks are the star of the box, launching you and a friend right into action with pre-constructed decks of gambits, upgrades, and objectives. Each warband starts with their own tailored deck, and 2 universal Rivals decks are included to shake up the game with new options and stratagems. These 2 other decks can be used by any existing Underworlds warbands. Okay, very cool. So they have the Gnarl Spirit Pack, which is the Darko Savages, and then the Sons of Valmorn, which is our Undead Skeletons. And then there's also a Tooth and Claw deck and a Daring Delvers deck. So very cool. Very cool. And then you can have 4 players play right out of the box. I'm not sure. I guess you would play 2 and 2. I don't know how you split up your guys, but I'm sure it explains all that. Advanced players will still have full deck building experience at their disposal, and new challenges posed by the Gnarlwood setting will change the game for even the most seasoned explorers. Very cool. And then nice piece of artwork right here. We see some explorers down there. And this guy's getting like sucked up and eaten by the tree. Maybe another one already. Very, very cool. I like the setting and everything so far. The terrain for the Warcry set is amazing. This looks very cool. I like all these models as well. So this looks like a great way to get into the game. So if you were looking to get started and jump into the Gnarlwood, this would be a perfect way. So very, very cool. I'm sure all the Underworlds players out there are super excited for 2 new warbands. Really, really nice looking models. 5 in this set and then 4 in our other set as well. Very nice looking shaman right there. And then a big old enforcer. And then a couple others as well. So nice looking set. And everything you need to play, all the dice, counters, tokens, and cards for up to 4 people. I'm guessing this will be priced right around that $100 mark. I believe $95 is the current set. So we know that one will likely be going away very, very soon. if this is coming out. So very cool. I like it. Interesting. I wonder if this will be the set that makes me finally pull the trigger and jump into or dive into the underworlds. Very cool. I like these models a lot. I really like the Skaven ones recently as well. So they're really doing a great job with these models, even though it's only 4 or 5. So it doesn't appeal to me as much. It is nice to just get a couple guys, you can sit down, paint them quick, and probably collect quite a few warbands. That is one thing I really like about the skirmish games, like Warcry and Necromunda, as well as obviously Kill Team. So very cool. Let me know what you guys think down below. Gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Are you currently an Underworlds player? Have you played before? Does this make you want to get into the game or get you excited about potentially learning to play? Looks pretty fun. I like card games, CCGs. I like obviously miniatures as well. So this looks like a super cool way to have some fun in a small amount of time, a small amount of space, but loads of fun. So very cool. Check it out. We're looking forward to doing a follow-up video when we find out some more details about it. But that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I am, of course, Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.